Hello and good evening and welcome back to my channel, Red Glamazon. I want to wish you all a happy new year and I hope you had a really good Christmas and an even fantastic New Year's this year. So I'm going to go straight into what I'm going to talk about today. Basically, I have just moved into a new apartment, so I'm going to show you that another time. There'll be lots of videos I'll be taking here. So this is one of the first videos I'm actually taking in my new apartment. So it's a new start to my new year 2022. It's on an evening now and I'm feeling really relaxed, and I thought I'd share with you some of the home comforts that I've got in my new apartment. And I'm a biggie for fragrances. I absolutely love fragrances, you know, anything that smells nice, from candles to ranges of skincare, hair products and stuff like that. If it smells really nice, I'm a fan. I like my house to smell nice as well, especially since my house is a sort of an open plan kitchen apartment. So if I'm cooking in the kitchen, the fumes sort of go into the dining room as well. So that's going to be an issue for me. But I've got some really good home fragrances that will sort of cover that and mask. And I've got really good French windows and big windows in the lounge area as well. But I'll show you that another time. So without much ado, what I'm going to discuss with you today is my take on a very nice room fragrance that I've absolutely become a big fan of. I didn't know much about it until into 2021, and I came across it and I started to use his products, and it's the diffusers, the room diffusers. They are absolutely amazing. I mean, they do cost a little bit, but I tell you, you get what you pay for. They're really good. And his name, the founder of this the fragrance line, anyway, the diffuser fragrance line is by, and I hope I'm going to pronounce that correctly, but it's Dr Vranjes. I don't know if you can see that. So I bought a few things. I bought a whole load of stuff, but most of it is just the room diffusers. So I thought I'd talk to you about them. Dr. Paolo Vranjes is Italian, and all of these products are made in Florence, which is known for its craftsmanship and its perfumery production. So, you know, it's got to be the best stuff is coming from Florence. I love Florence. So what do I have? I've got the main one that I've got in my bedroom, and I have another different fragrance in the lounge of this. In fact, it's the same one but in two different places. So one's in the lounge and this is the one I have in my bedroom. I have another one that I'm going to place in my dressing room when it stops looking like a chemical spill, because right now my clothes are everywhere. There's rails and rails and rails of clothes, so that's another project. But I've got this here. So as you can see, I'll just do a close up there with that, and if I can focus that so you can see it. I've used quite a bit of this because I started using this probably around towards the end of November. So it comes with 10 sticks. Now I have put 5 sticks in here, and they do encourage you to say, you know, put all the 10 sticks. I did do that, but I tell you, this stuff is pretty concentrated. It became a bit too much for my bedroom. I mean, I have a fairly large bedroom, but it became quite overpowering, which is a nice smell, but it was a little too much. So what I ended up doing was I put 5 in instead, and that gives me a nice subtle flow of the fragrance in the room, which is nice and comfortable and just beautiful to walk into the room, and it's not too, like, knocks you off. So for me, my personal experience was that the 10 sticks were a bit too much. The fragrance was pouring out like crazy. So I put 5, and it's beautiful. This particular one is called, let's read what it says on the box. So the box is shaped like that. Apparently it's like some cathedral in Florence. My Italian is zero, so I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it, but it's on his website, and I'll link the details of that below. So the box itself, I'll just plonk that on here. It comes in a lovely box like this. Okay, it's very nicely packaged. This particular fragrance, the diffuser that I have in my room, is cardamom, Russian cardamom and iris. So that's the fragrance I have in my room. It's very lovely. It's very subtle and not overpowering, especially if you use half those reed sticks, like I said. So that's the first reed diffuser that I have. Then I also got this one. This is a room spray. Okay, it's a room fragrance spray. And I tend to use it alongside the other fragrance with the other diffuser in my lounge area, but also in my dressing room. I just spritz that around the dressing room because I haven't really laid it out in the way that I want. And if I put any of these in there, chances are I'm going to knock them over, and I don't want to do that. So I occasionally go into my dressing room and I will spritz some of that. So it's a really, you know, not that you can smell it, but it's a really lovely, lovely fragrance. This particular one is going to conflict with the other one now, but this was just to show you. This one has, the fragrance is provincial lavender and aromatic herbs and thyme. So it's a little bit more tangy, if you like, than the one that I have in my bedroom, which is the where's the box? The one I have in my bedroom is the Russian cardamom and iris. That's, I tend to find, more subtle. The one with the Russian cardamom, the room spray, and thyme is a little more on this sort of a spicy side, more sort of springy side. So it's each to their own with fragrances, but none of them that I've tried so far are not nice. They are really worth the money that you pay for them. And I also bought another set as a spare, so I can try all their room fragrances, Dr Vranjes, and it's this one here. Now the packaging is really lovely. This is 250 mils, so these ones, that's 250 mils. The other one that I've just shown you, the room spray, if I can find where I have put it, that one is 100 mils. Okay. Right, so this one comes in a box like this. Okay, if you can see that. And it has these two particular, okay, fragrances. I haven't tried them yet. I'm still to try those. Right, that nearly went onto the floor. Good thing I'm in my bedroom and there's carpet, thick carpet everywhere. That was a close shave. So this one is, trying to see what fragrance it is. I know what it is when I bought it off the website. But, and some of it is in Italian, which doesn't really help me too much. This one is an Oud Noble, that's it. So this one is the Oud Noble, if you can see that. Okay. I did open, this is a refill, by the way, so you can actually get a full bottle of whatever room diffuser that you want. And you can get an additional, if you want not to run out of anything, you can buy an additional spare on all of them. You can do the same with the first one that I showed you. So you never need to run out of anything because the fragrance is so divine. So I did open that one just to get a bit of a whiff and see how it smells. It's really lovely. This one is very, it's heavier. It's a little heavier than this one, because I think this one is more of like a winter fragrance. Definitely this one, it's much more intense. And I think, like I said about the reeds that you put in, they do encourage you to use all 10, but from my experience, it's quite a lot of throw that the fragrance gives with all 10. So I've put 5 and 5 in each. And I think with this one, because it's quite strong, this the Oud Noble, I would recommend probably half the sticks, but it's up to you, know, each to their own. And if you've got a very big space and very airy, you may want to put all 10, that's fine. It's just that my room's actually quite big. They're not that small, but still the quality of this product is so good. It really gives you a very good throw. So I would, you know, I would recommend that you use half, but you know, you can choose which ones you want. Now, these are the packages where the sticks come in. Okay, so that one's empty. This one, okay, has got the 10 sticks. Now, when you are using them, I also recommend that you turn them over at least twice a day so you can get an even distribution of the fragrance, etc. This one, if you look closely, the fragrance, you can see it's a lot browner at the bottom here because I haven't actually turned it over today, and it's whiter up here, but it still smells really nice. So I just tend to, you know, turn them over, just shake it a little bit, and just make sure you don't put the residue onto your fabrics and stuff, because apparently it may stain them. They do say that on the guide. And just turn it over and voila, then you've got that. Oh, I love coming into my bedroom. I love coming into my home. It just smells so nice. Dr Vranjes is my favorite fragrance diffuser person since mid last year when I discovered him, and I couldn't wait to do this review on his fragrances. Apparently he used to do perfume as well, to my understanding, but I haven't found anything fragrance on his website. Some sources are saying he stopped doing perfumes per se, you know, for you to wear. So I'm not really sure. I haven't really found anything, because I would have loved to buy a fragrance of his to actually wear it. But in the meantime, I'm very happy with the diffusers. I've also got some candles that I've brought from him as well. I'm a candle girl. I love my candles, anything that smells nice. I make my own candles as well, so that could be another video I'll show you another time. But certainly his fragrances, Dr. Vranjes, absolutely wonderful. His diffusers, candles, and so on. I would highly recommend you to get that and start your 2022 on a very nice scent. So anyway, that's all I've got for you today. If you do like the content that I'm putting out, do not forget to subscribe and click the button below, and I will tend to be posting things at least twice a week, so I keep in touch with you guys. Thanks very much, and have a lovely start to 2022. Bye bye.